Alright guys, we're back again today, and we're checking out a new spot here, and the main river channel's right behind me. There's a pretty good sized creek, and right up out of the creek bank it's a real steep bluff up, and right here this is a spring that comes out of this bluff. About halfway up the bluff there is where the spring's coming out at. Just right there is where it's coming out, but it flows down here and makes a turn and goes this way, and right here it turns and goes right through here, down over here, and then back here is where the main creek is. But I'm just doing some looking around and some scouting today, so if we find anything, we'll get back to you. Alright guys, we're back quick. I had just turned off the camera after filming that intro, and I just started to look, and I was looking all up in here. I could see some gravel and rocks through there. I was looking, found a couple flakes of flint. I got down here to the bottom, started looking, and I was standing right by it when I filmed that intro, but I didn't see it till just now. So let's go take a look at it. It looks like it got hung up here around these roots. And that's what I can see so far. The rest of it's up under them roots, so I guess we'll go ahead and give it a little poke and see if there's any resistance on it. Well, I just moved it with my finger and it didn't feel like it was too big, but I guess we'll go ahead and pull it now. Oh man. Oh, what a killer heartbreaker. Looks like it would have been a big Snyder's point. That thing's paper thin too. And the whole tip's gone. That's fairly big for a broke. That's probably 2.5 inches wide. That's a shame that's broke. But I'm still glad I found it, so. It's got real pretty material on it. Alright, well. Too bad it wasn't whole, but I'm still glad I found it. We're gonna keep looking around here. Hopefully we'll find something else. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, we're back again. About 10-15 minutes later, I'm still looking. Right up here around this corner is where that spring's coming out of the side of this bluff. It comes down like this and turns, and that first one was, I think, right up there by that big tree in them roots. I've searched that, and I've made it to right here, and I've seen something else right down there. But you can see right here how good of a spot it is. The main river's over here to the left, about 50 or, I don't know, 75 yards probably to the left is the main creek. There's this big bluff with a spring here. And then there's this little, I guess, drainage ditch or whatever you could call it right here. And then you look over this way, here's this, and this is actually the feeder here. This is what's coming off the spring that goes right to the main creek right down there. But I'm also looking around today. I'm keeping my eyes open for some morel mushrooms. Haven't found any yet, but we're gonna keep looking for them. I guess let's go ahead and see what else I found here. It's looking like another broke. Looks like a broke base. Yep. It's another broke base. Hold on a minute. Nope, that's not a broke base. Looks like a hafted scraper to me. If it would focus. These, they would have been a point at one time, but once it got resharpened so much or it broke, they would have still even utilized the broke base off of a point. They had resharpened this to a little hafted scraper. Well, it's another good find. At least it ain't completely broke off. That's still been utilized and reworked for a scraper, so that's good. Alright, well, we're gonna keep looking. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you all this. I don't know if it has anything to do with it or not, but we're right here right by this bluff and this spring and the creek. It's all right here close by, and I found this tree, and I think these are marker trees, Native American marker trees. I believe that's what they are, but of course it's pointed right here towards the spring and the river, so there's that. Alright guys, we're still working this feeder creek in between that spring I showed you and the main river. I'm still working this feeder creek, so we've made it we've been here about an hour. I'm still walking around looking, and this is what it looks like now where I'm at. Still got real high banks on this feeder creek that's taller than my head. That's probably at least 10 foot high, so. But I found something else I wanted to show y'all. It's right there in the middle of the screen. Some kind of crude tool. Looks like some kind of preform or blade or knife or a scraper, something like that. You can see it looks like they'd had trouble napping it. It's got that big stack on the top right there. Looks like they kept trying to get a flake to run all the way across it to get rid of that stack, but it just kept hinge fracturing on them. But not a bad little tool. I've got quite the collection of these, so it'll go right with the rest of them. Alright, we're gonna keep looking. Thanks for watching. Alright, I've made it to the main creek here. You can see it right there. It's running this way. Here's the end of that feeder. I've been walking through it. Back that way, another 7,500 yards. That's where that spring is, way back there on that bluff you can see. I'd walked all the way through here and found a couple broke points, a scraper, preform. Made it to this point right here and found something else. I don't know what it is. It may be natural, but tell me if y'all know what that is. You can let me know. Feels like some kind of rock or something. Looks like the inside's got some flaking and a little bit of flakes taken off of it. Part of it's broke right there, but oops. I don't know if that's some kind of fossil or what, or just a natural rock, but it does have some chips and flakes taken off of it. Tell me what y'all think. If you know what it is, put it in the comments below. I'm honestly thinking, I hate to say it, but I'm honestly thinking ear spool. Is that some kind of like earring that they would have gauged their ear maybe and put this spool in their earlobe? Does that look right or sound right? Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, we're back again. Found something else. Looks like a turtleback scraper. Alright guys, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you what it takes. I'd walked well over a mile, probably a mile and a half, 2 miles. And then there's my muck boots. I wasn't supposed to get up over my muck boots, but I'm about thigh level wet. Is how far I had to go to get to where I was going. Right down here is my knee. You can see up here on my mid thighs where the water level is. My muck boots are full of water and everything else, so that's what it takes. See y'all. Alright, we've made it back to the house, and I was gonna do a little cleanup video and show you everything I brought back home with me. First of all, I found all these little flakes and debitage here, and found one little piece of druzy quartz, and I guess we'll start off and show you this first. There's a big broke Snyder's, I believe. It's real thin and it's real well worked, and it's a shame it wasn't whole, but still glad I found it. I found it right there pretty much at the beginning of that spring. Found it, and I think next I'd found this piece. This is at first I thought it was another broke point, but after closer examination I could tell it was a hafted scraper. It was I'm sure it was a broke point at one time, but they had utilized everything that they could, so they had turned this into a little scraper. And if it'll focus, you can see there on the end it's got all kinds of mineral deposits and stuff right there on the end of it. I don't know what that is, but pretty nice little hafted scraper. I'd found this one next. Some kind of crude tool or preform maybe. It's got good flaking all the way around it, and you can see where they just quite couldn't get that stack off the top. They tried it there and it hinged. Tried it up here and it hinged there. Tried getting it from over here, it hinged. That's pretty neat. And found this turtleback scraper. Nothing special, but I found this piece. I wasn't for sure on it, but I brung it home anyway. On both sides, this top and this bottom, you can see where it's been chipped around it, it looks like. I don't know. I was thinking maybe, I mean, it could be natural, I guess, but still yet it's got chip marks all the way around it, so I was thinking maybe some kind of ear spool. Y'all can let me know what y'all think. If y'all ever found an ear spool, if it looks something like that, you can let me know. But there you go, that's everything. Hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure.